Today is Friday and the body knows it. That's a way to say that we're happy because today is Friday and we're happy to be with you in this Holy Gospel. I want to invite you to read and to pray the Gospel from today, taken from John 6:1-15.
Jesus went across the Sea of Galilee. A large crowd followed him because they saw the signs he was performing on the sick. Jesus went up on the mountain, and there he sat down with his disciples. The Jewish feast of Passover was near. When Jesus raised his eyes and saw that a large crowd was coming to him, he said to Philip, "Where can we buy enough food for them to eat?" He said this to test him, because he himself knew what he was going to do. Philip answered him, 200 days' wages worth of food would not be enough for each of them to have a little. One of his disciples, Andrew, the brother of Simon Peter, said to him, "There is a boy here who has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. But what good are these for so many?" Jesus said, "Have the people recline." Now there was a great deal of grass in that place, so the men reclined, about 5,000 in number. Then Jesus took the loaves, gave thanks, and distributed them to those who were reclining, and also as much of the fish as they wanted. When they had had their fill, he said to his disciples, "Gather the fragments left over, so that nothing will be wasted." So they collected them and filled 12 wicker baskets with fragments from the 5 barley loaves that had been more than they could eat. When the people saw the sign he had done, they said, "This is truly the prophet, the one who is to come into the world." Since Jesus knew that they were going to come and carry him off to make him king, he withdrew again to the mountain alone. The Gospel of the Lord.
Today, we're reading the Gospel, the miracle of the multiplications of the loaves. Then Jesus took the loaves, gave thanks, and distributed them to those who were reclining, and also as much of the fish as they wanted. The utter devastation of the apostles facing so many hungry people make us think about today's crowds. Not a hunger, but much worse, far away from God, with a spiritual anorexia, preventing any participation in Easter and the possibility to meet Jesus. We do not know how to reach so many people. In today's reading, a message of hope is flooded in. Lack of means does not matter. Supernatural resources do. Let us not be realistic, but full of trust in God. Thus, when Jesus asked Philip where could they buy some bread for all those people, he said this to test him, because his sons knew what he was going to do. The Lord expects us to trust him. When looking at these signs of the times, we are not expected passivity, laziness, languor for lack of fighting, but hope. To work a miracle, the Lord wants the apostles' courage and dedication and the generosity of the body who is willing to give some barley loaves and the 2 fish. Jesus also multiplies our faith, obedience, and boldness, even though we cannot see right away the fruit of our efforts, just as the farmer cannot see the stalk already. Appearing after showing, Saint Josemaria Escrivá said, "We must then have faith and not be dispirited. We must not be stopped by any kind of human calculation. To overcome the obstacles, we have to throw ourselves into the task so that the very effort we make will open up new paths that will pop out unexpectedly. Let us not wait for the right moment to place whatever we have at our disposal, but as soon as possible. For Jesus is awaiting us to work the miracle. St. John Paul II wrote, The troubles the worldly scene presents at the beginning of the new millennium lead us to think that only an intercession from above may allow us to expect a less darker future. Let us, therefore, turn to the Virgin Mary with the Rosary, for her meditation has always been felt in so many frail moments mankind has gone throughout history. So there you got an invitation for today. I hope you can apply it. By now, remember to live in love, cause love gives value to things.